it suddenly dawned on me. Well, no, it didn't suddenly dawn on me. I YouTubed it last night actually. That I'm gonna have to make another incubator because I've got like the main incubator that's got the eggs in, and we're only a few days away from duck egg number 6, which is actually our first egg that we've got. So in the incubator, you can see on day 25 with ducks hatching, you have to what they call lock them down, which means that you up the humidity, you don't open it, you don't turn them, so you just leave them alone. So we've got a tiny little incubator here, but that's not very good for filming because I want to put the GoPro camera in there so you can actually see what's going on. So what I'm doing is replicating this. I've bought some materials and yeah, I'm knocking up that one. So I'm going to get that done and painted, and hopefully in time before the egg starts hatching. I assume it is Sunday 5th of May, because that's when I set it, was 4 weeks ago Sunday. So 28 days, Sunday 5th of May. They could come 2 days earlier, could come 2 days later. So I need to get this box done. It's starting to spit with rain, so I'm going to carry on. Bye. It is literally just a waiting game now. I'm getting frustrated and bored because nothing's happening. So we candled the eggs on Wednesday. That's when we realised that I didn't forget. Well, I did forget, but chicken eggs take 21 days, duck eggs 28 days. So technically, the chickens are ahead of the duck. So that means D6 is on the back burner because he's not due till Monday. But the 4 chicken eggs are due today. So I've had to knock up a second incubator. It's alright, isn't it? So in there now, came for the post, 12 quail eggs. Well, there was 12, but 2 were broke. I think I broke one opening the box, and the other one was already broke. So down here in incubator 1, you can't really see because it's all condensated up because the humidity is now being ramped up higher to hopefully aid them hatching. But in there is chicken egg, the 4 chicken eggs, which they've been named now. George has named them all. Look, it's all our information we need. So D6, and that's his name, duck egg 6. And in there is Billy, Bernie, Paige, and Polly. Which, when we candled them, Georgia had a Google image up of the different stages of different days of the progress of the chicken eggs, and 2 of them, Bernie and Paige, seem to be at a different stage than, I forgot the names already, Polly and Billy, although they were put in an incubator exactly the same time. So they're still all due today, but nothing's happened as yet. So I've just been literally walking up and down there all day long, just tending to them to make sure the temperature's right. I've got a new controller now on the wall, which has got wireless sensors in the 2 incubators, so I can keep an eye on them. So fingers crossed something's going to happen today, because I really want to test out the new brooding pen that I made the other day, which is in the lounge. I'm going to show you. So down in there is the brooding pen. Got the heat lamp, that's all set to go. There's the 3rd sensor, so they're all controlled from the same station and monitored. I've got the water and the gravity feeder in there. That duck's not moved. I think it needs to come out. I think it's dead. So we're all good to go with chickens and the duck when they hatch. Don't know what I'm going to do with them afterwards, but that's a different story. So yeah, I'm just going to keep milling around and keeping an eye on them. Got cameras at the ready. There's inside the box, on top of the box, there's a camera on the phone, all set to go. The GoPro's in there as well. Over here in the little incubator, little baby incubator, that's got 3 more duck eggs in, 2 of which are due 10th? Yeah, 10th of May. 1, Shelley, she's not due till the 18th. And then the quails, 23rd of May. Again, I don't know what I'm going to do with all this stuff. I'll do these things and then think about it afterwards. But never mind, Georgia should be back soon, so fingers crossed something will happen, please. Well, Sunday, May the 5th, and I woke up at 6 o'clock this morning, and first thing on my mind was the eggs. So I just bounded out of bed, come downstairs like a spring chicken, and realised nothing had happened overnight. Which kind of gutted about, because the chicken eggs were due yesterday. And the ducks aren't actually due till tomorrow, although it was set in 4 weeks ago today, so 28 days ago today, but that's actually due tomorrow. I'm not going to get too disheartened. This is where you kind of like feel like, is it your fault? And have I done something wrong? You just don't know. So I'm going to wait and be patient, because trouble with the manual incubator is that the longer you with a controlled one, it literally controls the temperature and stays at 38 degrees. Humidity is kept at what it's supposed to be, 50-60% humidity. So with the manual one, that fluctuates up and down, especially at night time when the temperature in the room drops, so does the temperature in the incubator. So it fluctuates on the hatch rate of the chicks, and also the length of time they're being incubated for, which could be a few days longer, but shouldn't really go more than a couple of days. So we'll just have to be patient and wait. I keep checking them. I've been checking them all day long, but supposed to have a weekend off this weekend, but it hasn't actually happened, because Emma this morning, bless her, well done, she sourced a second-hand kitchen that someone was changing their kitchen. Stupid bloody exposure. Someone was changing their kitchen, things were on Facebook, for 25 quid, which included 4 wall units and 6 or 7 base units. So like 1,000 base unit, 2 600s, 2 500s, 500 jaws, and 3 300 cupboard units as well, plus the work surfaces. But I don't think I'm having them, because the main length is what I need, which is 4 point something meters. You can see it all down there. A lot of it I've actually started putting in the shed, but it's 4.3 meters, and this all comes to about 3.8, so it works out well. But the unit had the work surface in the lady's house was full on 4 meters long, but with the sink cut out. And the lady's buying a sink, but she wants the work surface with it. If she doesn't, then I might have it. I've got a few offcuts, or for sake of spending 25 quid on all of that, I'm going to source hopefully a 4 meter work surface and get that in. So yeah, I'm not having a weekend off. Emma's gone shopping. Callum has helped me out today, and I'm going to go back out there and crack on and get these units done. But I'm going to have to keep popping in and out, because the plan was to have a weekend off and just get these guys hatched, but you're not really doing anything. But I'm not being too disheartened just yet, so I'll keep an eye on them. Then they're not due for ages, the quails. So yeah, I'll just get back out there and do it. Good morning. Unfortunately, after candling the chicken eggs last night twice, doing a lot of research on YouTube and the internet, I've had to remove the chicken eggs, because they were well underdeveloped completely. There's no the development stage was showing, and I did do it research it a lot before I took them out, but development stage was showing that they were around about day 10, day 12, when they'd been in the incubator for 20 days, 23 days, 22 days I think, yeah, 22 days. They were due to hatch Friday stroke Saturday, but they'd been in the incubator till yesterday evening. So yeah, day 22 moving into day 23, and there was way too much. There was less than half the size growth in the egg from candling. You should have seen hardly anything, just a little air sac at the end, and pretty much full of chick ready to hatch. So I've had to take them out of the incubator, so unfortunately they're gone now. We still have D6, he's our miracle egg. I did candle him as well twice last night, and he was kicking around like a madman, so I just quickly left him alone. So he's actually due today, so fingers crossed he should arrive, because there has been 24 eggs, 24 eggs have gone into this incubator. 12 duck eggs, 12 chicken eggs, 6 of the chicken eggs and 6 of the duck eggs were just bought from the farm shop, and the other 6 chicken eggs and duck eggs were actually bought from eBay as fertile hatching eggs. We're now down to just 3 of them original eggs remaining, and one of them, D6, who's due, like I said, today, he's a miracle egg because he was the one from the farm shop, which wasn't, or we didn't know was fertile. So fingers crossed he's going to hatch today, which would be great. And because I know Georgia wants to see it, I've got to FaceTime her if he does. So just keep my fingers crossed for him. So in the meantime today, I'm going to get out in the garden. I've got the rest of that kitchen unit to put in the shed. Still haven't heard from the lady about the big 1 metre base unit, which I need so I can carry on because I'm kind of stuck. But first of all, I've got to fix my lawnmower this morning and see what's up with the gearbox. Like I said, it's got like the gearbox moves up and down in a runner when you raise the height, adjust the height of the mower, the cutting height, and it runs up and down in the runner, and it's actually popped out that runner, which has popped the 2 gears, the spindles apart. So I'm going to crack on and get that done today. So see you in a bit.
I got a nice guitar and tires in my car. I got most of the means and scripts for the scenes. I'm out and about, so I'm in with a shout. I got a fair bit of chat, but better than that, food in my belly and a license for my teddy, and nothing's gonna bring me down. I'm out of blowing that hard.
25 quid for some kitchen units. So that's the 3 I wanted in here, 2 300s and the 500,000 unit in the middle. I'm still waiting. I've not heard a dicky bird from the lady all day long about my base unit to go down here. My 1000, it's the sink unit, so I'm assuming that they might have had a day off, the guys fitting her kitchen, and left it in there with a sink so that she can wash up and stuff. So as soon as I get that, that can go in, and then I can try and source a work surface. I've still got out here, look, I actually thought I only had 2 left, but I've actually got 3 more units. I got off, weirdly, obviously it's her kitchen shape, but I've got a 400, a 500 and a 600 unit. So well, I might save them because along this side when I run, when I do a workbench, so a low one under the window sitting, higher one so it don't hurt me back down this end. And I think I'm going to, yeah, I might actually incorporate them underneath for storage underneath. So yeah, that's the plan anyway. D6 is still not showing no signs of hatching. I'm hoping it's not going to be too much longer. And I really hope it is today because we've waited long enough. So I'm going to now try and get the other units on the wall. Going to have a tidy up because it's literally been a death trap in here all day long. It's terrible. But now I can start getting stuff into these cupboards out the way. So yeah, I'm going to have a little tidy up. Well, not really missed much today in the way of hatching eggs because nothing's happened. D6 is still sat there doing nothing. I say doing nothing, I mean he is, I believe he's definitely alive. Day 28 is up, so moving to day 29 tomorrow should be it. So I'm going to quickly stick a torch up his ass and see what he's doing. So I'm going to grab the camera and show you. Going to do this quickly because I don't really want to let any humidity out of the incubator. So let's grab the torch and turn the light off so it's going to go dark. So I'm going to stick the candle behind him here. The candle is a torch. Do you see on the camera? You can see him moving there. There you go. So he's not far off. So I'm going to leave him now and hopefully try again in the morning, see what happens. Good night. Morning. It's Wednesday 8th of May today, so we've actually bypassed a whole day and still nothing's happened. So duck egg 6 is actually on day 31 now, which is just unheard of. So just kind of getting worried, but not getting worried now because I've done some research this morning and found out that he's alive and kicking in there. We've candled him a couple of 3 times now to find out, you know, why he's not pipping and why he's not hatching, but He is perfectly alive, he's forming perfectly, but he seems to be really late. Now, temperature and humidity, like I said, in a manual incubator has been quite difficult, but I can't see that having a massive effect. So after doing some more research, looking at the size of his egg, the colour of his egg, and the fact that he's so late, he's actually not a mallard breed of duck, but a Muscovy duck, which takes almost, or on average, a week longer than normal ducks, purely because of the way he's kicking around in there and the fact that he is doing really well. That is the only conclusion I can come to, is that. So we've now got to wait a few more days to see then if he starts hatching, which hopefully he will. Muscovy ducks are ugly. Don't really want to keep an ugly duck. But the duckling's going to be nice, so we'll keep the duckling and then see what we can do with the Muscovy duck. Unfortunately, we're only down to D6 now. We've obviously got the quail eggs, but D6 is the only egg we've got left. Over the last month of incubating 27 different eggs, D6 is the only one left. And we've come to the conclusion is that this incubator here, which was cheap as chips off eBay, is actually been cooking the eggs. It's way too hot. It's saying it's 37.5 degrees in there now, when it's actually not. It's way higher than 37.5 degrees. So every single egg other than D6 at some point has had a stint in that incubator due to having to change them over for hatching and stuff. He's the only one that's not been in there. Every egg that's gone in there has basically died during the growing process. So I'm not very happy with that, but that's a different story. I'm going to do a video on that. So I'm going to end the video, leave it at that. We're going to, it's a rainy day today, it's horrible, so took the girls to school with their duck hats on, and I'm going to go and hopefully do some indoor work that's been building up at other people's houses, because it's for them perfect day to do it. So end the video. Hopefully next video we might have some action with hatching over the next few days. So we'll see. So see you soon. Thanks. Bye. Come on, D6.
She's mighty fine, and she's all mine, and nothing's gonna bring me down. What it is.